in that case, in that Mokina case, playing with like 4 or 5 other bands, who, by the way, were very nice. I think it was like 3 bands when we were out there, and they were very nice. And they were on the road with us, and you have to pick your poison. And I think it's way better than not playing at all.
Sure, right, definitely. Well, Toby, obviously with the new record, the new Avantasia record, it's obviously not Ed Guy. I mean, that's just there's no other way to put it. It's definitely not.
Yeah, you see it on the cover artwork, right?
Yeah,
if you look at the cover artwork.
The thing that I find interesting, though, is especially you, but Ed Guy in general is kind of, you guys are more of like a tongue-in-cheek, you have a lot of fun, and it's really known that you guys are like a fun band, but Avantasia is marketed very seriously. Is that by your design, or is that the record company, kind of doing that themselves?
No, it's just, it's not the record company at all. It's just, and I'm not forcing anything, but it's just because, if Stephen King, he may be a funny guy, but if he writes a movie, if he writes the script for a movie, the storyboard, he will not include any fun, no matter how funny he is, because it will do serious harm to the mood of the story. And like I personally, I really I prefer having a good laugh to having a good cry. And that's why I personally, I joke around a lot, and I just prefer feeling good, and I just prefer, being happy, and I just prefer making people around laugh and be happy. But I think this project is way too serious. I think the story is way too tragic and way too dreamy, if you like, so to just make it a funny thing. And I think Ed Guy have always been very, very natural. We just like having a good laugh, and it's like, for example, Van Halen or Aerosmith, they have all those tongue-in-cheek elements. And I just think we blew it a bit out of proportion with our last record, Rocket Ride, which I think is a terrific album. But, in retrospective, I have to say that, we didn't give a fuck about any expectations, and we just included humor whenever we wanted to do it. We did weird things. We had a song Fucking With Fire, and we had like Trinidad, which were both originally meant to be bonus tracks. We just put them on the album because we loved them so much. We have a sung guitar solo. We have this cursing, out of order lead singer in the end of, or towards the end of Catch of the Century.
Right.
We have a naked, 3-eyed, big-breasted, no, she's not naked, but, the lady on the rocket on the cover artwork. So it was too much fun. It was just too funny, and that's why people said, like, oh, they're really tongue-in-cheek. Yes, we've always been tongue-in-cheek, but there was always a real serious dimension to our music, and I think to our productional skills and musical skills as well. This just went, people lost focus on our serious side when we just wanted to make them know how badly we want them to grasp how tongue-in-cheek we are with that Rocket Ride album. So, that's I think it's just both Ed Guy and Avantasia are, they were written by someone, or someone is behind the music who's not really only funny or only sad, but the funny aspects outweigh the negative or the sad moments.
Sure. Well, Toby, tell people where they can find out about yourself, Ed Guy, or Avantasia on the web. Where can they look?
Oh, they can look at on Wikipedia. Dwarf. No, and they, just like www.avantasia. What is it? Net, I think. Net, yeah. Avantasia.net. It's like an A, a V, an A, N, T-A-S-I-A. Avantasia. Not like Anastasia. Anastasia's got a C, instead of an S,
Right.
So it's Avantasia with an S.
Sure.
Okay.
How about
was that the answer you were asking before, or?
Yeah, absolutely. How about Ed Guy? Where can people find out about Ed Guy?
Oh, they should have a look at www.edguy.net.
Cool. All right. Well, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to talk to us here on the Classic Metal Show, Toby. You've been a good guest, and I'm a.
Hold on a second. I think it's not avantasia.net. Is it avantasia.com?
You visit
It's edguy.net, but it's avantasia.
Do you visit there often? Do you?
No, usually I just I do it, but I have bookmarked it. So usually I try not to read because there's all those people who say, "Oh, you were a true metal guy, and now you're selling out." Of course I do. True metal guys are hungry too. No, it's just usually I don't type in. You can just go to tobiassammet.com. That works for sure. It's TOBIASSAMMET. Okay, now we got it. I promoted myself. I promoted the shit out of myself.
Well, there you go. Well, that's why you're here.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Right.
We led people to believe that you were a friend of the show, but in reality, you're just here to sell your product.
Yeah, and how can I listen to that interview?
You can go to theclassicmetalshow.com.
Theclassicmetalshow.com. And is it going to be broadcast, or is it going to be will you have like a podcast there?
No, it'll be broadcast. When will that be broadcast, Chris?
2 weeks. Toby, I'll send the MP3 of it to Luana so that you get a copy of it.
Okay, that's good.
And then
that's pretty good.
Then it'll be a podcast, and it'll be available on iTunes, and it'll be available on YouTube, and it'll be rebroadcast on 9 different affiliates.
Yeah, that's good. That's good,
and
I will have a listen at it. And I will listen to the little German with a heavy Russian accent. Also, I'm from Germany and don't have Russian blood in my veins.
There you go.
That's really funny. Somebody said, "Oh, you got a Russian accent." I said, "Oh, yeah, maybe that's because I was for 2 days in Russia in my life."
There you go.
I don't know.
All right, Toby. Again, we appreciate you taking the time out to talk to us here on the Classic Metal Show. But before we let you go, I need to ask you the traditional Classic Metal Show question. How has Lemmy from Motorhead influenced your career?
Not at all. I really, I don't, it's not a personal thing, but really not at all. I've never been a huge Lemmy fan. I like his boots, though, but I've seen him once, actually, at a place in Los Angeles. He was sitting there and drinking.
At the Rainbow Bar and Grill.
I don't know what he was drinking.
At the Rainbow Bar and Grill.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, that's his covenant.
I don't want to spread any rumors. I don't know what he was drinking there.
Jack and Coke.
He was there. That's the only... I just said, oh, I know that guy. He's singing in Motorhead. I mean, I knew he was called Lemmy, but that's it.
Wow. Look at that. He was sitting there.
Jesus, not a real rock and roll guy.
Yeah, he was sitting there at the Rainbow Bar and Grill drinking Jack and Coke.
Probably something like that. I don't know what he was drinking, but he was sitting there and drinking something.
Very nice. All right, Toby. Well, again, we appreciate you taking the time. Go pick up the new CD called Avantasia, the Scarecrow, featuring Tobias Sammet of Ed Guy. And, Toby, as a tradition here, we always let the artist pick a closing song and maybe tell us a story about it.
Is it supposed to be a song of myself, or?
It could be a favorite song of yours or something off the new CD.
A favorite song of mine. That's a good question. I don't know what your listeners want to hear now. I'm afraid, my taste will be a little bit, You got some Rammstein stuff?
Well, we do, but how about playing something off of your new CD?
Okay, so you're okay. That was a real diplomatic way of saying no. We're not going to play Rammstein in our show. Okay, then I want to hear one of my songs. I want to hear. I think I Don't Believe in Your Love is a pretty good. No. Hold on a second. Let's play the Toy Master.
Okay.
The Toy Master is a real good track. I think it's a real good Alice Cooper track. Alice Cooper is a guest vocalist. I just sing a little bridge. I wrote the song. It's a perfect song. Alice Cooper makes it a real great song. Please play the Toymaster. People will love the Toymaster. People, please, if you listen to the Toymaster now and you like the song, go out and buy the album. Just make sure you buy twice, 2 albums or 3 albums, and just one for the car, one for the stereo, and
a backup copy.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, here it is. This is Advantasia with Alice Cooper, and this is the Toymaster exclusively here.